everyone, and welcome back to another Out of Bounds video. Before we get started, I want to announce, Lightfall is coming to an end. We have 1 week left until final shape, so this video might be outdated. I just wanted to go ahead and make one to document all the different Out of Bounds things that you could find. We're going to be going out of bounds in every seasonal hub today. So, if you're watching at release, follow my journey, and if not, enjoy the video. Our first step is going to be getting out of the helm. You'll want to go to the Athenaeum and jump on top of the portal like I do here. Once you get here, go ahead and turn around and jump behind the wall facade. Once you land here, go ahead and pull out a submachine gun with ricochet rounds, or Indebted Kindness. Once you respawn, you'll have your abilities. Be careful not to jump too high here, as you'll hit the kill floor. Once you have your abilities, follow my path, and simply, you're out. The Athenaeum doesn't have any box barriers, so you can essentially go anywhere you want, and that's why we started here. Once you land at the edge of the Athenaeum, you're going to want a Navigator fly up to this rock here. You want to walk along these rocks and follow my path. Where we're heading to is actually an area that's going to let us access all 3 seasonal hubs that are out of the helm. What's interesting is, at the start of Season of the Wish, you could actually see Spirit's Anchor out of map in the helm. And as you can see, their way to solve this was just putting an ink blot over it. But it works. Now before we make our way to Season of the Deeps area and Season of the Wishes area, I actually fly towards the helm just to show how the box barriers work here. This rock here is a great reference point for accessing all of the seasonal hubs. This can be your go-to backtrack spot per se. The helm itself is in its own box with kill barriers all around it. It's very difficult to land out of map there. Another quick thing I wanted to do was to see how close we could actually get to the Traveler itself. So we're going to go ahead and make that journey now. You can actually get pretty close to it, and it's interesting how you can almost see this transcendence look to it. If I didn't know any better, I would say it almost looks like a little bit of prismatic emanating from the Traveler. But unfortunately, before you hit the Traveler, you do hit True Edge. Now if you don't know what True Edge is, even if you get out of the box barriers of a map and are able to explore the map in its entirety, there is still a true edge of the area, and that's what we just hit with the Traveler. So unfortunately, no early final shape for you, Guardian. On top of the Athenaeum, you can actually see the old area from Season of the Lost, with one of the Queen's Guard ships out of map. Now we're making our way to Season of the Deeps area with Ahsa. One thing to note here is once you land, you're actually going to lose your abilities, so make sure you fly carefully and land above, unlike me. I didn't know any better and got very lucky that I did not die, but if you do, you can just restart the flight. And as you can see, I lost my abilities there. You can land on the other side of the window. Now, you would think Ahsa is not solid, and you'd be right, but oddly enough, there is one part about her that is solid, and it's her eyeball, of all things. So you can land there. The last area we're exploring today is Season of the Wishes area, which is actually copy and pasted from Last Wishes Queen's Walk. It is a very long flight, so I've sped the video up at your behest. Once you're above Spirit's Anchor or Riven's Lair, go ahead and drop down and make sure you're lined up perfectly. I did think it would be cool to show the Traveler from this angle, as you don't normally get to see it like this. The portal is actually in front of it, and you can actually see the Traveler itself is not a full sphere. The strangest thing here is the skybox actually changing to this very white, bright skybox. And there's a preview to where we're heading next. Before we head to the Savathun statue out in the ice, we did see this portal and we wanted to see if it would still work, but unfortunately, no dice. Since this area is copied from the Queen's Walk, some of the pathways from the Queen's Walk do still exist, albeit cut off. One last detail before we head to the Savathun ice sculpture. If you come in from this angle, you can actually see the Spirit of Riven behind a wall. And now, let's make our way to Savathun herself, at least from Season of the Lost. Oddly enough, this asset still exists out of the map, and I'm not sure why it's here. There really wasn't ever any use for it during the season, and with 1 week left, I doubt we're going to see it being used. But with that being said, that's all for today, Guardian. And as always, take care, and I'll see you in the final shape.